Tonight, will Turkey's military operation in Syria see a resurgent ISIL?
We mark World Mental Health Day and prominent Aussies share their survival stories.
Megastar Will Smith has just finished working with his favourite ever co-star, himself.
It is a beautiful digital reincarnation.
We talk all things Gemini Man.
And get ready, Australia, we're serving up 3 hot new MasterChef judges on a shiny platter. This is The Project.
Welcome to The Project. This is Carrie's gone brunette and changed her name to Rachel, which is weird.
Let's kick it off. Here's what's making news this Thursday, the 10th of October. The bushfires burning in northern New South Wales have taken a tragic turn, with police confirming an elderly couple has been killed at Coomba, west of Rappville. Scott Morrison says he's deeply concerned by Turkey's invasion of Syria, fearing the military action could breathe new life into ISIL. The attack comes 2 days after the US forces withdrew from the region. Donald Trump's also washed his hands of the Kurdish forces, which helped the US defeat Islamic State. And there are plenty of cuties in the 2020 Australian Firefighters calendar. Look at these cute kittens, goats, dogs, piggies, and even some big, beefy kangaroos. Of course, a lot of prep goes into being strong enough to lift all those animals, but it's all for a good cause, with proceeds going to animal charities. They did miss one photo in that calendar.
Oh, yeah?
Hello!
Where's your animal?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't want to know?
No, it's not. It's a skink at best. Guys, I've got some more cute animal news. You want some cute animal news?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, this is in the US, where a production of The Wizard of Oz was in full swing. Now, a lot of people say that amateur theatre is boring, and I totally disagree. Have a look at this. Have a look at Toto. Here he goes. Where's Toto going? Where's Toto going? Where's Toto going? Toto! Toto! I have to let you know, Toto is absolutely okay.
To more serious news now. Today is World Mental Health Day, and we know that almost half of all Australians will experience a mental illness in our lifetime. Today and every day, at least 8 Australians will die from suicide, and another 250 will attempt to take their own lives. Those are the facts. These are the stories.
My first diagnosis was social anxiety and social phobia, and then a generalised anxiety disorder. And I have experienced episodes of psychosis that manifested as paranoid delusion.
I would spend a lot of time where I just finished filming, and then I would go back to my hotel room and I'd cry.
I lost my mum to suicide, and I lost my grandmother to sickness a month later. And I think as a young girl, that's a very tough time.
So I got through the night, and I went and saw some friends the next day, and yeah, I basically attribute them as saving my life.
The way you're feeling right now, even though your brain's telling you this is how it's going to be forever, it's not.
I have gone through therapy, and I've seen a psychologist, and I think I'm not ashamed to talk about that.
I think we all know the suicide rates in this country are unacceptable. And we're at a strange point at the moment where I feel like mental health facilities are still so stretched, we need so much more. And it is an expensive problem, but it's a problem that we need to get on top of, because the money will come back to us threefold.
Not fixing it is expensive. We got a really good piece of feedback, I thought, from Jojo on Facebook. It says perhaps if there weren't so many hoops to jump through simply to get an appointment, more people would seek help.
So true. And the idea of speaking out, a lot of people were talking this week about the stigma they feel when they go to work. There's still a heap of barriers to sharing the story. So as you say, we have to just keep going, don't we? We've got to keep talking about this stuff so that it is a normal conversation that we have with each other.
But even just to simply, if you are feeling that way, just get it, because in that moment it can feel like this is my life forever. And to see other people say, it is okay, you can come to the other side of it, is super powerful, you know. If this story has brought up any issues for you, then help is available. You can call Lifeline on 13 11 14 or Beyond Blue on 1300 22 46 36.
All right, we're off to a break. Lots more projects still to come. See you then.
Coming up, praise the Lord. We'll show you the shoes sent from heaven, like really. And Will Smith reveals why he's getting jiggy with the digital age in a brand new film. This is The Project.
Jiggy with it.
Welcome back, George. In projects.
Now, this is what you call a bizarre construction decision, a unit that comes complete with a gigantic high-voltage transmission tower in the backyard. Even stranger, Melbourne authorities say there's nothing wrong with it. The local council says no one objected and the builder met safety guidelines.
How's the Serenity?
And check out these limited edition Jesus shoes, so called because the soles are filled with holy water. They were made to parody collab culture, and it seems sneakerheads loved the joke. The first drop of the Godly Kicks has already sold out. The $3,000.
I didn't know you could just take shoes, alter them, and resell them.
Yeah, surely that's illegal.
Well, apparently not. Yeah. We should take out the water, fill them with beer, put a little tap in it, and then you've just got a shoey anywhere you go. Ready made.
Yeah. But then it would be a lot less disgusting. And isn't that the appeal of the shoey?
So maybe we could do a shoey out of the shoey.
Yes.
I'll leave you guys to workshop this. Let's see what's making news around the world.
Stanley Johnson, the father of British PM Boris Johnson, is publicly supporting climate change protesters in London after Boris called them uncooperative crusties in hemp-smelling bivouacs.
On the point of cooperative, non-cooperative crusties, I wear that badge with pride.
An investigation is underway, but rescue teams say it's a miracle the pilot of a light plane and his passenger survived this crash in the Italian Alps. And the obsession with snapping the perfect holiday selfie has killed Hanoi's famous train street. The cafes along a century-old railway line have become such a draw card, authorities are shutting vendors down, citing safety concerns.
We all died. In that collection of stories, I always thought that Boris Johnson's hair was like a fashion kind of, or a lack of fashion decision, but now I realise it's genetic. He's also calling these people uncooperative crusties. He is an uncooperative crusty.
Yeah, but don't you think maybe he knew his dad was in it when he came up with that? It's like the kind of thing he probably called his dad when he was 6, you uncooperative crusty.
Yeah, he's an idiot. Time for a break. We'll see you soon.
Coming up, why some people are calling for puppy poop to be DNA tested, and why World Chicken Day has us all in a flutter. You're watching The Project.
And a little bit of chicken fried. Cold beer.
This is Rebecca. Rebecca, do you want to tell the people what's coming up on the show?
Get ready to meet the new MasterChef judges. They're coming up on The Project.
Yeah, that was good.
Sacked Wallaby star Israel Folau has denied he agreed with Rugby Australia to limit his social media comments. The claim's been made in new documents lodged with the federal court as part of his unfair dismissal case. And after a week of debate, a Melbourne council has decided not to use DNA testing on dog poo. The controversial idea had been part of a terrible for the poo joggers.
Yes.
I did think about the poo joggers.
Those poor poo joggers.
Yeah. I love the idea that there are these people who studied their whole lives to be forensic scientists and they got like the dog poo shift.
I also feel like if you employ someone to do that and you're down there, just pick up the dog poo.
We're off to a break and we're back after it. See you soon. Welcome to The Project.
If you've just joined us, here's what's making news this Thursday, the 10th of October. New South Wales Police have confirmed the worst. 2 people have been killed in the bushfires burning out of control in northern New South Wales. In a show of solidarity, German Chancellor Angela Merkel has visited a synagogue in Berlin following a deadly anti-Semitic attack in the city of Halle. 2 people were killed when a gunman tried to force his way into a synagogue on Yom Kippur, Judaism's holiest day. He's now in custody. And Scott Morrison has enlisted Scotty Cam to help build up tradie numbers by naming him as our first National Careers Ambassador.
I reckon Scotty Cam is what ScoMo sees in the mirror.
That's such a good point.
How good is Scotty Cam?
How good?
Overseas now, and just days after the sudden withdrawal of US troops, Turkish forces have rolled across the Syrian border. Already 7 civilians have reportedly been killed, but things could be about to get much worse. Filmmaker and journalist Yara Bu Melhem was embedded with Kurdish forces in Syria earlier this year, and she joins us now. Yara, will this lead to a resurgence of ISIL?
Absolutely. ISIS was never actually stamped out in northeast Syria. They just went underground.
How far can these repercussions travel?
Well, basically, there are at least 4,000 foreign ISIS fighters that are being held in northeast Syria. And if they get out, they can be unleashed on the world yet again.
Well, except this is kind of Trump's point, isn't it? Is that these wars have a habit of never ending. ISIS or ISIL only exists because of US intervention in Iraq in the first place. That was kind of what created the theatre that they grew from. And that what ends up happening is you say, well, we can never leave because there's always a security problem. There's always something that has to be locked down. These are endless wars and they just have to be ended. Do you think that Trump has the ghost of a point there?
No, I think what happened here is that the US stabbed one of its most valuable allies in the region. They basically stabbed them in the back.
Do you think we should be equally concerned about their plight? Are they in a seriously dangerous situation now?
Absolutely. I mean, it's chaos, and there are apparently gangs of people who are trying to attack people who they don't think are Islamic enough. I think Australia has a responsibility to take back its citizens.
Thanks so much for your insight, Yara. We really appreciate your time. No problem. We'll be back with more projects after the break.
Coming up, apparently it's World Chicken Day, and you better believe we've kept abreast of the situation. That's so funny. And head to the project Facebook page where the side project's taking on people rushing to climb the rock.
Ayers Rock. Outside of Pauline Hanson, it's Australia's greatest icon. And with the climbing ban just weeks away, now is your last chance to put your literal footprint on one of Indigenous Australia's most sacred sites. You can purchase our standard tour that includes trampling the rock, a off we're full sticker, and a selfie with Mark Latham.
This is the project. Watching the project.
Guys, it's over to me now, and this is when the show gets serious. All right, chickheads, this story is pure poetry in motion. Today's World Chicken Day, a celebration of all things foul. What's it all about? We don't know for sure, but we got sent 3 piles of chicken just for talking about it, so stick that up your beak. Per capita, Aussies scoff down more chicken than fatties in the UK, the US, New Zealand, Canada, and all of Europe.
My go-to would be the chicken breast.
It's probably the best.
So great, we wrote a song about it.
World Chicken Day, all we can say is thank you, feathered beast. From the hearts of hungry Aussies, you're our favourite form of meat. Do right. We're chowing down this Sabian cloud like mad barbarians. Bracing hard for hate mail from vegetarians. And activists. World Chicken Day, all we can say is thank you, feathered beast. How good. From the hearts of hungry Aussies, you're our favourite form of meat. Do right. We're chowing down.
All that from a few freebies sent to the office.
Still available for Walkley.
Is anybody on the desk a breast person?
This is a very
Wrong
loaded
question.
Wrong question.
In the chicken, I have severe issue with anyone who goes for the breast.
Why?
It is the dry. It's like eating the Sahara Desert. Who's choosing the
And
breast?
meanwhile, you're gnawing down on the arse.
Yes.
Oh, sorry.
Yes, I am, Tommy. Yes, I am.
This is great. This is why we can hang out together. I chuck the arses your way, you chuck the breasts my way, and everybody's happy.
Perfect night out at the bar.
Hey, stick it.
Don't go anywhere. There's plenty more after the break.
Hey guys, over to Adelaide where their first Sephora store, oh my God, opened today, and have a look at this for an opening. Oh, they're all out there doing a bit of, oh yeah, woo!
Yes,
Get it, girl, okay. Yeah, all right, work it, yeah. I mean, shocking customer service. People inside just going, can I get served?
Well, there's an important story that's basically broken the internet, a story you deserve to know. It's the War of the Wags. The project's WAG correspondent, me, filed this report.
The wives and girlfriends of English footballers try their best to lead quiet, modest lives, raising children and supporting their partners. But what happens when that perfect life goes tits up? As the world watches this drama unfold, we're left to wonder, just how will this Wagatha Christie episode end? Couldn't afford a drone.
can I just say, Corby, that is a brilliant piece of reporting. Great work.
Thank you very much.
Wow.
I am waiting
Talking
for the
Walkleys.
I know. Like if you have millions of followers or hundreds of thousands of followers.
Nah, it's not that hard.
Isn't it?
What she did is target stories to her. No, so you just post stories rather than in her feed. She just posts stories and just to her.
Oh.
Yeah, so not sending them to her, but only allowing her
What
to
stories
see
have you
it.
been planting?
I think we've got Rebecca Vardy's day here summed up with this clip of the dog.
Oh.
I think that's
Poor little Toto.
Do we have time to roll it again?
Can we go again?
No, I think we're done. That's it. Congratulations.